I'm back, Marakahaye. I'm back, and I am bringing you the latest update, analysis, and review from the Senzo Meyiwa case. So sit back, relax, grab a drink because it was a short one, but it's going to be long. And let's get into it. Mr. Ngomezulu is still not back in court, recovering at home and watching on YouTube. Hi, Mr. Ngomezulu. Let's get right into the meat of what happened in court last week. So last week they only sat for 2 days. They sat on Monday and on Thursday, and that is because Brigadier Gininda was writing his exams last week. And this week they're only sitting from Tuesday as well. So I need to hurry up and get this video out before the proceedings start. Anyway, Ramzi finally concluding his cross-examination, and he says, I want to focus on the confessions, right? Because we know Ntanzi has 2 confessions. Okay, so he says, I want to focus on the confessions. Okay, cool. He comes in and he speaks about the 26th of October because Brigadier Gininda has made it clear that when he confronted Ntanzi about the murder, the Senzo murder, the first thing Ntanzi said was like, I was working on the 26th of October. And he said it was quite interesting for him that he actually knew the specific date that this incident happened. And this was in 2020 and the incident happened in 2014. Yes, it was trending, and yes, the matter of Senzo does make headlines, but for you to remember the exact date like that on the spot was suspicious to the Brigadier. And Mama Mruti also said the same thing. So Ramzi was saying, like, he also finds it funny that when they confronted Ntanzi, he remembered the date, the specific date, the 26th of October. But when he was writing his confession, he referred to that date as mid-October, which is not consistent with what Ntanzi said, right? And for me is, okay, Ramosepele, why are we still wasting time? Because what does it matter? Would say Ntanzi used the 26th of October to describe the day of the incident, or would he used mid-October? How does that assist Ntanzi's case? Where are you going with this? Where are we going with this? Are we getting anywhere, or are we just asking questions for the sake of clarity again? Yeah, so that didn't go really far. Let's get into Ntanzi's confessions. So Ntanzi made 2 confessions, and Ramzi now is asking Brigadier Gininda, when Ntanzi made the first confession, why was it necessary for him now to make the second confession? And obviously Ramzi knows this. I don't know why he wants Gininda to put it on record that Ntanzi was now working with the state, right? And in him working with the state, he was meeting with the NPA, he was meeting with his lawyer, there were arrangements being made, and one of those arrangements was for him to go in front of a magistrate and confess in front of a magistrate, right? So basically Ramzi just confirms that Ntanzi was state witness. Njengoba uNtanzi sekajikile kanje, now that he's singing a different song, it is because, you know, things later changed. But initially, Ntanzi was working with the state. He was working with the NPA. His lawyer they had a deal. There was a deal there, and obviously it didn't materialize because he zajikiza into avela wathi ngicela ukuyehla moya ingcwele wathi ngicela ukuyehla akindawo hey khona abafana bangilindile lapha yabazongilimaza, right? And that's how he changed his mind. But fact of the matter is, Ntanzi was working with the state. Now, with his confessions, are we still going to say, hey, he was tortured? Okay, well, we're not even there anymore because the court has ruled that those confessions were freely, voluntarily, and everything was top when they were done, right? So I'm not sure what Ramzi was actually trying to achieve by asking that question. Let us have a close look at Ntanzi's defense in terms of the 2 confessions. Ntanzi says Yena, he was tortured, right, and asked to sign a confession that was already pre-populated. Raphalu came in and out while he was being tortured, and every time he came in, they would stop torturing him, and then he would say to Ntanzi, they are going to kill you if you do not sign this confession, right? And then he essentially signed the confession, and according to Ntanzi, they still tortured him after that. Why they would torture him after he had signed the confession, asas. Ntanzi then says he went to Magistrate Kronje's office for the second confession, and he says when he got to Magistrate Kronje's office, he simply requested a shower because he had not showered since he was arrested, and he also requested to speak to his family because he had not made any contact with his family at the time when he went to Magistrate Kronje. Now, and then he says he kept quiet the entire time. Those are the two things that he requested, and that was it, right? I find that very, very hard to believe because that confession lasted 4 or 5 hours, right? If the confession is already pre-populated and people are working with each other, why did they have to sit there for 4 hours or 5 hours? What were they talking about? And the information that is on these confessions, right? Some of the information is not on the original confession, the first confession with Rapat. There's more information now, which tells me that Ntanzi was now sitting with a legal representative. That is why he was saying the things that he was saying. And if you read that confession, you hear Ntanzi saying that I was young, right? And these guys, I was scared of these guys, and I'm scared there's police that are also involved, and they take bribes, these policemen, so you can kind of see that, okay, this guy received some guidance, or you could see he was working with people now to give a bigger and clearer picture, right? Now, Magistrate Kronje recorded that confession, right? But he did not let Ntanzi know that he is recording. So that goes against Ntanzi's human rights, constitutional rights, right? You cannot record anyone without telling them, right? But she says, I recorded the confession, right? And when Magistrate Kronje says, I recorded the confession, Advocate Mshololo jumps up and says, play the recording, right? She says, play the recording. And I agree with Advocate Mshololo. Play the recording because Ntanzi sat there for 4 or 5 hours not saying anything, right? There shouldn't be anything on the tape. There shouldn't be anything because he just asked. All I'm supposed to be hearing there is maybe some yapping between the interpreter and the magistrate, maybe if they're comfortable with each other. Or I'm not expecting to hear Ntanzi's voice at all for the 4 hours, 5 hours. I'm just expecting to hear it for like 2 seconds, right? When he's asking the two things. Advocate Njololo says, play the record, right? Judge Rata, and people always say that Judge Rata is biased, Judge Rata this, Judge Rata that. But Judge Rata says that, please go and listen to this recording and then come back and let me know that if I should actually hear this recording. Because this recording was recorded without accused two's knowledge or consent, right? And the defense go out. So there is a opportunity for the recording to be played as long as we can all agree that it's going to assist us. And for me, yeah, of course, it's going to assist this. It's going to assist the defense because the defense are saying we didn't say anything, and now there's a confession with so much detail on it. If we play this recording, it will work in our favor because you will be able to hear that nothing was being said. Kronje was making all these things up, or it was already pre-populated. They come back after listening to the tape, which was supposed to last a few seconds because nothing has been said, right? No. They come back after a while, and now the defense is retracting, and they're saying, we do not want to hear the tape. Aibo, kanjani? You can't play the tape. Why? If the tape is proving your case, why don't you want the tape to be played? And when I'm sure, Lolo, you my sister, why are you retracting? Yeah? It's because that tape is incriminating Ntanzi. That is why the tape was argued not to be played, and Rata had to agree because there was no consent for the recording. So he had to say no. But it obviously left everybody thinking, why didn't the defense want Rata to hear the recording? Why? You know, the way Judge Rata is so fair, or I don't know if it's fairness or if he's looking after the defense. Judge Rata made a ruling not so long ago to say that the defense can use any evidence to defend themselves, right? It doesn't matter how that evidence was discovered. As long as it's going to assist the case of the defense, they can use it. The defense can use the recording. It doesn't matter whether it was unfair or there was no consent or constitutional right. As long as it's going to assist with the defense case, they can use it. Do you think they are going to use that recording? No. Do you guys think we are going to hear this recording? I'm slowly starting to lose hope of hearing this recording. But Judge Rata did say that his decision is not finalized. Okay? He can always come back to the recording. So until Judgment Day, I am crossing my fingers, hoping to hear Ntanzi saying, apparently he's a good singer. Mr. Ramosepele decides that it's time to get into the confessions, you know, like the meaty part of the confessions, and he says that Ntanzi does not know Mapisa. Hey, you know, one thing about Brigadier Gininda, guys, if you're going to deny something, better deny it with facts, or something that proves that vele, whatever you were saying is true, because when he responds, he is going to respond with facts on facts on facts. When Ramsey says that, Ntanzi says he does not know Mapisa, Brigadier Gininda is like, that cannot be true, because I have 3 statements that confirms these people know each other. I have Zungu's statement, I have Makoloni's statement, I have Nonda's statement. All these statements, those are the ones that I can remember on the top of my head. All these statements confirm that these people know each other. And then Ramosepele says, have these people testified in court? What difference does that make? The statements were discovered to the defense, right? They know of these statements. And now Ramosepele has decided that he is going to question the investigating officer on the investigations that he did on the case. And now this investigating officer is referring to the statements that he personally, Simpiwe's statement, I'm the one who wrote it. He was telling me, and I commissioned it. So, why are we playing there, Ramsey? Why are you leading this man here? And to be quite honest, the entire time, Ramsey's cross-examination with Brigadier Gininda, he kept probing, he kept eliciting information from Brigadier Gininda, which forced Gininda to refer to statements that have not been presented in court, which is okay. You can refer to a statement that's not presented in court, right? As long as you have the statement. But you must be invited to discuss such things, and Ramsey kept inviting. And the Brigadier Gininda Fellowship, he doesn't even need a invitation. He must just see a white tent outside and he's coming. Waring, you want to ask about my investigations? Let's get into it. Simpiwe. What's in this Simpiwe? Yeah? Zungu. Yeah? I mean Zungu Senior. Yes. He was because Ramsey kept asking Brigadier Gininda about his investigation. Here's the thing about hearsay, and one thing about hearsay, it dribbled people last week, eh? It dribbled people to a point where Advocate Mnisi was like, my lord, time out. Can I go discuss with my team outside and we'll come back to you because, yay! Go bad. Hearsay. Okay, so what we learned this week, hearsay evidence. Hearsay evidence is not accepted in court. If you are going to lead hearsay evidence in court, you need to call the witness that you are referring to in the hearsay evidence. If that witness has already passed away, then you need to do an application for that evidence to be admissible on the grounds that this witness has passed, right? Another way you can refer to hearsay evidence, it is during cross-examination. And oh my goodness, did we not hear a lot of hearsay during the cross-examination of Ramsey? So during cross-examination, if counsel is going to elicit evidence, hearsay evidence from the witness is more than welcome to engage and refer to the hearsay evidence. And because of the way Ramosepele was asking questions, I mean, he asked Brigadier Gininda to have a look at Ntanzi's first confession and the second confession and see what is the difference between the two. And he must help us understand how that specific point was investigated. That's quite ambiguous, right? He can literally touch on any statement at this point to help Ramosepele understand how the differences were investigated and what he found once he got that information and went to go investigate. What statement did he get from the information that he received from Ntanzi? I wonder, that's a dangerous question, Ramsey. Why are you going there? And then Ramsey comes back and says, but I'm not asking you to refer to hearsay evidence. Obviously, you're not going to say, please refer to hearsay evidence, Ramsey. But your question is forcing me to go to my file. And in my file, whatever I find to answer your question, whether it's hearsay or not, my brother, I'm going to say it because now you have asked me a question. You see, the problem with Ramosepele is he does not know the docket well. He does not know the statements well, because he would not be asking the questions that he's asking if he knew there's certain statements that are in this docket that the Brigadier can refer to, because now he is now asking the Brigadier about his investigations. I think that is the one thing that beat Ramosepele, is the fact that he does not know the statements. I mean, he got up and told Rata that we don't know because we received so many statements from the state and these statements didn't have people's names. Their names were reduced. Hey, Rata, I don't know, what do you mean? Because when you look at somebody's statement, it will tell me, my name is Rata, I am a chef, I am this, I work there, I have experience, I guess that's how the statement goes. So you have to familiarize yourself with the statement for you to get the information from the statement. I actually did not believe that Ramosepele gave that excuse, but Brigadier Gininda and he knows the docket. And it's sad because there's 5 of them. They could literally split these statements amongst each other because by the common cause they are working together, but when they should be working together, they are separated. They could work together and, you look at that statement, you looked at the statement, and I mean, all of them can object, or they can whisper to each other like they're whispering there, Manigini and Ramsey are busy now with each other, right? They can tag team each other. Why are you guys not working together to understand this docket? Because it looks like it's a big docket. But honestly, they all need to go look at the docket, because every time Brigadier Rata will ask, but was that statement discovered to the defense? Yes. When? Early on, my lord, because this statement is from 2020. It was in the docket. It was discovered to the defense. Defense. as Ramosepele was wrapping up his cross-examination of Brigadier Gininda, one thing kept ringing in my head, and it was Ntanzi's bail hearing, right? Ntanzi's bail hearing, the judgment, when the judge gave judgment, he said that Ntanzi does not have a defense, right? Ntanzi is defenseless. Why? Ntanzi does not have an alibi. Ntanzi won't tell us where he was when this incident happened, right? Ntanzi says that he was at work. They went to work to go ask, sir, can you confirm employment? Yes, Ntanzi is employed here. Sir, can you confirm that Ntanzi was here on the 26th? 26th, he did check in Kali 25, but he left early. The 26th, he was not here. He came back in November. But home. So Ntanzi, you were not at work on the 26th. Where were you? In fact, you know what? I was in Makaya. I was going to pay Lobola. I got a loan from Capitec. Oh, okay, let's go to Capitec. They go to Capitec. Capitec give us the records, the bank records of Ntanzi. Capitec gives them the records of Ntanzi. Ntanzi, there's no loan here and there's no transactions that show that you were at home. Mr. Ramosepele, you know what? I'm going to have my chartered accountant have a look at these bank records. Chartered accountant is not going to change the bank records. There are no transactions because it did not happen, Ramosepele. I don't know if you're struggling to decipher if your client is lying to you or if you are also playing along and it's the blind leading the blind. But Ntanzi does not have an alibi. Ntanzi does not have a defense. That is what was said. Ka bail. You know, and how many months went past? Because I think that was December or November. I know it was late last year when the judgment happened because there was a bit of a delay. He actually did not receive bail because, wow, no. So from then until now, still, Ntanzi does not have a defense. Ntanzi cannot explain where he was. But what I've learned out of Ntanzi's representative's cross-examination, there was Mapisa was identified by Senzo's father. There was Ntanzi was a state witness, and then things went sour. He was talking to the NPA with Mjiako. Hey, Mjiako. That's my thought on Ntanzi, guys. Like, I don't think Mr. Ramosepele did a great job representing Ntanzi. I don't think he asked the relevant questions. I don't think he tried to create doubt. People were saying that he's laying the basis from Malegenege and Mshoza Lemumalo, but for Ntanzi specifically, I don't think he did justice. Right? That was Monday, and on Monday, guys, that was Ramosepele. Ramosepele decided that he was going to sit down, and that was it. He is done with Brigadier Gininda. And then was a Malegenege. Was a wena puji. Pudi o khulu fita kaofela. Malegenege. Advocate Mnisi wemvula atla le tsona. Mnisi o fihlile a le mona. A chesa pepe. Alimetsi. Ari Brigadier Gininda angifuni into eziningi for wena. Ngifuna nje le statement lesiyabo okhuluma ngaso. You see that statement I asked for while you were busy with Ramosepele? I want it now. Which statement might you be asking, guys? Oh, I was thinking, I caught up young that I take a joke. Okay, I say joke, but I take a lala because I'm born. So during the cross-examination of Brigadier Gininda with Ramsey, they were speaking about the linkages between the suspects and Kelu Khumalo, right? And then while they were speaking about that, Brigadier Gininda mentioned that there was a linkage between accused 3 and Kelu Khumalo. And of course, Mnisi jumped up and said, what are you talking about? What linkage are you talking about? I want to see that linkage. Brigadier Gininda says, yeah, there's a statement just stained where he refers to the linkage. Brigadier Intwana, Maniganiga Aresoze, Kaze, Mina, in my life, I've never seen that in my life. What are you talking about? That's the thing with the defense, guys. Defense does not know this docket. Gininda is beating them because he knows this docket inside out. Even Baloyi himself came back and said that there's no such statement. Gininda added there is such a statement. Right? While Mnisi was busy performing there, going, hey, I want the statement, I want the statement. We emailed Baloyi the statement last week so that he can send it to the defense because we don't have communication, defense. Ntate Baloyi, where is the statement? Did you send the statement? Baloyi, I didn't send the statement. Why Baloyi sent the statement? Simply because that statement was already discovered to the defense. They have the statement. They've had it for like years. Mnisi kabila. Mnisi ka alimeti. Mnisi what am I supposed to do now? My lord. Because here's Baloyi, he has the statement and he's not sharing. Baloyi, you have it too. Statement is okay. Let me see the statement. Baloyi, here's the statement. It's exhibit what. It was here. It was here in court. Yeah, we were going through it with Stain when he was here last day, August. We were going through it. And then we went through it again when he came back. Now you want me to email it again? Baloyi, no. I'm not going to waste time like that. You have the statement. It's funny because Mnisi, he had a conversation with Baloyi and Baloyi said he cannot find such a statement. And Baloyi says, yes, I couldn't find the statement. And also I couldn't go discuss with Brigadier Gininda and ask him, what statement are you talking about, bro? Can you help us? Because he is busy cross-examination. Right? Brigadier Gininda, I think it's a statement. And the statement is, I think it's about 50 something or 80 something pages. They were just fighting about downloads in Excel and Baloyi. They were not looking at the statement. Luna! Judge Rata starts getting annoyed. Ramzi, do you have the statement? Yes, I have the statement, my lord. Mumalo, do you have the statement? Yes, I have the statement, my lord. Hey, Mshola, do you have the statement? No. Hey, no, I don't have the statement. Which statement do you have? I have the statement that was handed up last day. Oh, okay. The statement that Brigadier Gininda emailed last week and the statement that you have from last year is the same thing. So can I see the statement so I can compare? And then, I don't know, can we as the defense go outside and compare the statements and then come back together? Enough. Whoa. How wait. Stop wasting time. There is a law-abiding citizen that wrote to Judge Ratha. In fact, wrote to the JP. Law-abiding citizen, they are wasting time. JP, those ones there by the High Court in Pretoria, they are wasting time. 2 minutes lunch. 2 minutes tea break. 2 minutes short adjournment. 2 minutes aircon. 2 minutes my eye. 2 minutes funeral. Do better. Bakwatile. Rata asaba kilukwa nix. I'm a retired judge. Marana, I've never taken a day off in my life. In my life, mate. I never. I'm very, very hardworking. I'm working very, very hard on this case. I'm putting in the work. Because wow, Thursday, they left at 1 o'clock. But they are going to a funeral. On a Thursday, you're going to a funeral on a Thursday. Is that family? On a Thursday. Yeah? I'll continue, Maniginigi. Continue. Maniginigi Kalimu. I want the statement. Brigadier, the statement is in there. I emailed the statement. Sharp at this docket, because that statement is the same statement as Stain. Stain has referred to that statement twice. But Brigadier Gininda also said when he mentioned the linkage, it's from Stain. It Stain's evidence. So Maniginigi now is busy with Ramsey doing corrections. Why the corrections that Ramsey? Busy ka TPX molo correct. Now they are focused on accused number 2's rights when he was arrested. And they said there's a bomb landing. So Nigi and Ramsey are manufacturing a bomb. I don't know if this bomb has something to do with Mjiako, because when they brought up the bomb, after that he was like, Brigadier Gininda, look into my eyes. Mshebe mahlo. O ngibeke emehlweni. Aranchebe mahlo. Do you know Mjiako? Gininda arandimazi. Are you sure? About a pause, happen next week. Tuesday. Mjiako bakene bar coach content. Ayo, battle Mjiako. Mama's an Mjiako. Because Tabam Mjiako and Ebushoko, because the state cannot call Mjiako. The state cannot call Mjiako because Mjiako is a lawyer who was presenting accused number 2. And the state know this very well, because as Gininda has already said, they were talking with the NPA and Mjiako and Ntanzi. There was a deal on the table. So I can't be saying but I to testify against Ntanzi when they know very well who he was representing Ntanzi. The confidentiality more the attorney the client. They can't call him. But you know who can call him though? Ramsey can call Mjiako. Ntanzi can consent for Mjiako to come and speak the truth. Mara, as long as we go with the recording, Mjiako has there's no way Mjiako is going to come there, because Mjiako is going to tell us. And Mjiako will be cross-examined. Magaz. Mayizi bomb. Nibheke ukuthi ngabhomele emehlweni yenu. Please, it must not bomb in your face. Ibe on goal happy maniginigi That is all, guys. Maniginigi has not started. He said he's still going very far. Obviously, he's going far because he wants the term to close before we even get to the part of the defense. Before we hear the defense side. Next year, there's no way Maniginigi is going to finish. But anyway, that is all, guys, that I have for you today. It has been a short week. They are back on Tuesday, and we are continuing with Maniginigi, Advocate Mnisi, with the cross-examination of Brigadier Gininda, assisted by Ramsey on the left. They're whispering the same way Mnisi was also whispering. Get tech team, they're working together. Come and call. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing my videos. Thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for everything. Please continue to share the videos with your exes, your sneaky links, your side, your main, your wife, your cat, your dog, your grandpa, your aunties, your uncles, and your cousins. Everybody must just get involved. Just share. Keep sharing the love, honey. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Bye.